practicing that map, so then you can use it later on when it does get picked against you. You know, use it as like a wild card kind of play coming through. And but let's see, Nuke comes down to this now. Can Tiger get themselves back into this, or will this be a 2-0 for Divine Vendetta? I really honestly don't know how it's going to go, considering how the first map did play out. Yeah, good little shakes. I like that. It's nice to see.
That disorientated me. I hope we haven't got any viewers watching in VR. They will have fallen over. That's the next thing, Jason. That is it. VR streams. You know, watch CSGO, fly around the map. It's going to be great. And there's actually already VR esports. But let's get into the pistol round. Let's talk about the OR esports. As Divine Vendetta blitz down the ramp, get a little bit of control. Tyke picks up the opening. Now they look to get that bomb plant nice and safely. They're covering both doors. The double doors where the first challenge comes in. The single, I don't think they've heard swinging open. Dobu's able to pick up a kill for free. They eventually realize where he is, but it might be too little too late. Havoc's got to pull off the clutch at 2K already. USP retrieved, looking for the headshot, but so is his opponent. And 9 lands it to put Tiger up. And that's a big mistake there, letting Dobu just waltz out onto the side and find a double kill.
Why was Havoc peeking, by the way, at the end there? Why wasn't he playing the time? I mean, obviously, I realized there's a lot of time left. There was a kit, though. But I thought he would have kind of baited out a little bit more with the pressure build. I mean, they get the bomb plant, if anything, so they can buy up here. But I almost feel like that was a slight misplay. Maybe I'm just being too...
I mean, there's an
critical.
upside and a downside, right? He peeked out to maybe catch the player off guard, try to force the fight immediately, play off the confidence of the kill he just found. And if he waits, maybe that player pushes out and, you know, he loses track of him a little bit. The player gets the jump on him. I can understand, you know, why he would do either one. I think it's just very hard to make those decisions in the split second.
Well, not a lot of utility on their side, though. They do have those 3 smokes to use. They're not going to use it for the cross, though. They're really relying pretty much on their own aim. They're going to continue to push outside, actually. I don't know if NCL's going to expect it. Well, now he's going to see Ezram there, and he does get the kill. That's actually 9 able to secure it. And 9's just going to be overwhelmed. NCL in such a critical part, too. He needs to stay alive here. You can see Aircast maybe looking to push up towards Secret. Ball gets the kill into Tyke. They're losing a lot of their rifles here. It's going to be a 4-on-3. And they're still going. They really want this place, this spot on the map.
The advantage of getting that bomb plant down doesn't seem to be converting over into a round advantage for Divine Vendetta just yet. They have cleared out the spawn there. You saw Davdov running back. The nice shots. As Havoc just gets harassed, and then immediately afterwards, Urkas just bails. Does the damage, leaves with 28 seconds left. They're going to be scared of going down to Secret. It's almost certainly going to be an A hit, you would imagine. Put down through vent, they are... Through vent. Excuse me, down through the ramp they go. Spotted a player in the open as well. Pokemon unlucky that he had a smoke held. 14 seconds. They've got to go. It's the A site that they look for ultimately. Caught down on the ramp. Pokemon's taken out. So too is Havoc. And a 1v3 for Davdov. A player already close. He heard the steps. He knows this player's right up here. Takes the first fight with a swing from NCL before his teammate even falls. It's an AK for Dobu. NCL's got the M4 already. I mean, we should be more than happy with how that one's gone, really, for Tiger, considering the upgrades they've gotten.
And they just shut down the early aggression of Divine Vendetta. I mean, I'm pretty sure they had the better buy here in Tiger with the SMGs, still able to win it. That's what's kind of surprised to see them, you know, almost commit to being outside of heaven that long in towards CT spawn. Because if you try to, I mean, they don't even need to push you. They just can just sit back. If you do push into them, they're going to have the SMGs where they should ideally be able to win out in those fights. I can understand maybe going towards Secret. You're kind of put into those close quarters anyways, but in the end, Tiger do win it out. 2-0. And we're going back to the Force sub. Head armor and some Tech 9s. I really don't know how I feel about this.
These kind of buys are always risky, though. I mean, it's paying off tenfold. Wow. Kill after kill going to the pistols. Yeah, Jason, that's a quick change of tune there. I don't know how I feel about it. I love this. Knew it was going to work from the start. I think I called it.
You misheard me. I said I don't know how much I love about this.
I don't know that that makes any sense, Jason, but I'll appreciate your statement. I'll accept it. This is a bit wild. The change of pace definitely caught Tiger off guard, and I guess that's one of the benefits of taking a round like this. Again, these are the sort of things that you won't see day in, day out. You know, going in for those heavier investments. I think a lot of... But see, the thing is as well, they've got a large loss bonus built up, so I guess they wouldn't really have suffered for anything coming into the next. They would have had AKs, they would have had utility, maybe an AWP they would have struggled to grab out, but that would have been about it. At the end of the day, yeah, I guess that was probably the right call. It's just a little bit wild that it works out so well. I mean, Tiger must have at least expected an eco, or pistols at worst, and so the change of pace, the faster strategy, shouldn't be something that they're completely unprepared for.
Well, they're not even setting up a wall of smokes, I should say, not a smoke of walls. That'd be a little bit odd. Aircast again. We've seen him play for me before. He gets the first 1v1, tries to get the weapon. Gets punished for his greed, however, but Tyke's been dinked up. He's out of 29 health. So in the end, I mean, Tiger coming out the better of the two. I understand there's a lot of rifles for the side of Divine Vendetta, but hey, you got a Deagle, you got a 5.7, you got 3 players kind of low on HP. You got the Scout as well that can quickly dispose of 3 of those people. Really not in a bad situation. But where's the Scout going to be? It's actually nowhere towards Hell. They're not going to go for that angle to challenge out on, and Havoc gets a big kill in Adobu. That was actually in towards T lobby. So they have the upper bomb site for themselves. They just don't know it yet.
And they're about to find out. Walking out, gaining the control. Now it's all about Tiger coming in for that retake. Cabal, if he can force the close fight with the 5.7, he could have done it. But oh, he does indeed afterwards. Ezram falls. And now a 2v2. The rifle's on their way back in, looking for some victims. Havoc takes control, and he needs it in towards main. He's the final player alive. Molotov going out a little bit too late, but luckily the player's already pulled off, and now they're lining up for him as they come around the corner. They're not able to deal, or he's not able to deal with them. Plenty of time there, getting it on the edge. Molly just about takes 9 to 40 health. He's nice and clear.
What is this game, though?
Back and forth. That's what it is.
Just so weird. We've seen, I mean, they've been just duking it out for the last 3 rounds, it seems. But again, like, they pick up rifles for this. Some good pushes here and there, and nice little double peek. I actually kind of like that, because he could have, I mean, they couldn't have really stuck it because the Molotov was there, so they both challenge out on this just to make sure to confirm that kill. And then take it over the finish line. You got 2 AKs rescued, 2 M4s, and an MP9. On the other side, there's full investment. The opt for Davdov, he's going to go for the peek towards outer. I mean, Aircast has been pushing secret in so many of these rounds, so you can kind of assume he might be there another time. But he's being very careful about this. And you talked in the last one about conditioning the terrorists, right? As a CT side. Mm-hmm. Making them think you're going to play one way and then play another. And, I mean, Aircast kind of realizes, well, I pushed secret, 2 rounds. We've seen him use the smoke before where he gets above it. He gets the spray onto a second. He's not even moving away from the spot. And this is just classic Aircast.
They won't expect me there after the reload. And, I mean, he's quite right. As Davdov goes back out, if he checks that, I'd be surprised. The smoke fades, and Aircast doesn't want to quite stand out on top of the railing. As you can see, that would be a very easy kill. And look at that. Because he's been here, because he's played so aggressive, now they're quite scared to even go and get the bomb. As they think that he's going to be tucked in the left corner or coming up those stairs in just a second. They waste time. They burn utility. And that's what it's all about. That's showing your hand a couple of times and then using that to fake. Getting back into position towards the site with his teammates. They're holding down below. Aircast is just below the vents. He's a quick rotate up to help them. Basically, every player can be on A or 3 out of 4. Very quickly. Nice shot by Davdov. Tagged up Dobu. Took him down afterwards. They've got to be careful of Aircast coming up the vents in just a second. The scope heard close left. That's going to be Aircast's target. As Cabal pops a flash out. That should be the rush up the vent. Here it comes. SMG runs out, drops to sight. He's going to be causing the distraction, but Aircast spotted. They were ready for him this whole time. 22 health remaining. Over towards Tyke, he gets naded down. Good shot by Urcast. One more to deal with, and he gets him. That is a 4th round for Tiger, and I don't know how Urcast managed to do so much damage from that position. The op knew he was coming, knew he was down there, but just couldn't deal with him.
Just because you know it's coming doesn't mean you can hit the shot when you need to. And again, Aircast, we criticized him quite a bit a couple of days ago, and then he stepped up. He's been able to do it yet again here. I mean, the first map was rough. I mean, I thought it was going to be Dobu to be the one. After the pistol round where he got a quad kill, I was like, all right, this should be like a quick game. Dobu, if he's playing like we've seen him be able to, I don't know who on Divine Vendetta can deal with him. And in the end, it ended up being Pokemon, funny enough. But this spot, like, this isn't the first time Aircast has used this, and you have to like kind of realize, well, there's a smoke down. We didn't throw it, or maybe they did throw a smoke there, and then he put his own one to make sure to cover off the angle. I'm not sure which one it was, but either way, like, he's used the spot before. If you watch any of their games on Nuke, I guarantee he's done it at least once, and if he gets away with it another time, then that's a big problem for DV.
We mentioned how, you know, Divine Vendetta would be in the position coming into this game where they should be able to do quite a lot. This is their map after all, and they looked so good on Overpass. This time with the AK and the pistols, they've already made it through outside, down towards the B site. The AK leading the charge initially, keeping 9 back and putting him down on low HP. They've managed to trade out NCL. The bomb retrieved and now going in for the plant, but they didn't notice Cabal was over towards observation. He managed to sneak down to the double doors and now is in a prime position to shut them down if they leave him unchecked. The plant leaves Dabdov open for double doors peak, but they're not dealing with it. At this point, he wasn't aware that they could be down vents, but even still. It's a 3v4. They've got a plant. They look for more damage, but it looks like people are just completely neglecting the fact that CTs can be here. And I don't think they can even stop this bomb from being defused at this point. Well, not that they're all dead, but even if they started the 2 players, they weren't in positions to.
How?
I really don't know. I mean, the direction was there, right? They get to the site and then brains turn off.
I mean, they lose. What? I'm so confused. Like, you see Aircast get this first kill on Davdov, and then look at that. Pokemon's not even looking over here. And I can understand, like, maybe they want to focus on the guy ramp, but then you have to realize, I guess he's playing a percentage play, right? Where if he pushes, he's probably going to die. If he turns around and goes for the shot, he's probably going to die. So he kind of needs to hold the angle and hope that he doesn't get pushed from the backside. And then that gives him a better chance to get the kill once the man towards ramp. Doesn't work out either way. It could be completely BS, and I have no idea. Oh my god, 9. Tells Tyke to sit down. The bench right there for him, though he's under it. And now it's a 5-on-3.
Tiger definitely showing us up when it comes to those opening duels games. They're ahead by quite a lot. Dabdov's trade does little to really repair what's broken for the terrorist side at the moment. With Dabdov low, Havoc's the one that has to do some damage. I think he's out on the A site. Looks like he's waltzed all the way through. But from there, he spots nobody. NCL pushed up in the hut. Cabal coming through, having to find a kill. So Dabdov has to do it on his low health. Surviving after time is not really going to be worthwhile for him. The rest of the team ain't going to have money, and he might die after time. Considering he's only got 28 health remaining, it'd be a very easy kill if they find it. So I understand him going forward and committing to it, but it doesn't work out. 6-1's where we go, and Tiger, look, they've got that early start to their CT side. As we said, the terrorist side is one where you can warm up. You get a little bit of a grace period at the start where you can try to build up your rounds. But we are going to have to see something from them in the next buy round. If nothing happens for Divine Vendetta, if the same things are coming through, you know, Tiger given all this space to find kill after kill, Urcast with the consistent openings outside, then my faith is completely gone. They've not gone for an AWP. Obviously they couldn't, but if they took a lighter buy, gave 7-1, then they could have. It's all about the rifles.
Again, quick play. Only Pokemon's gonna be going here. I mean, he did get exceptionally far a couple rounds prior. Now it's just a full rush through. They're trying to hit towards ramps. They're trying to meet him here, and player there is actually just going to back in towards the lower position. The op comes in, 9, he gets the first go, and he gets away, and Havoc has the bomb. I thought they were trying to go ramp to help out Pokemon, and now they lose the bomb. They do get 4 kills out of nowhere, and 9's the last alive. What just happened?
That spiraled out of control far too quickly. 9 able to get one at least. He's recovered the AWP, and that's a bit of a problem. You know, up against Pokemon, you really want to have the rifle, but there's no way he knows that. They're looking to push up onto him. They can trade, but the spacing, it's so bad. Oh, dear. The bomb retrieved at least, so it'll go down to the A side and get planted, but that's a huge mistake. The round could be over already. Actually, it's B that Ezram goes for. This makes a lot more sense up against that AWP. 9's on for the ace if he finds this. 22 health remaining. Ezram can take him down so easily with the AK, but first he's got to find him. He's got absolutely no information on where the CT player is. As time ticks away, you notice that 9's got a kit, a smoke, and a Molotov. He can block off an angle, smoke the bomb, and try to get this defuse in. I imagine that's what we're going to see him do. With 15 seconds, time is of the essence, and it's time to make a move. The molly in towards the double doors. That's going to keep the player back, but he's biding too much time. Goes for the flashbang afterwards. Ezram on the push. 6 seconds, 5, and no time. No matter what, it's over. 9 thinks he's got enough on the clock, but he absolutely doesn't. Boom goes the C4. The Divine Vendetta take their second round, finally. One hell of a way to do it as well.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that. Considering, again, how this round started, they lose the bomb so aggressively. But in a matter of seconds, they trade the kills back. I think 4 players died in like a total of 3 seconds on the side of Tiger, and 9 just left alone. They take a big hit to the economy out of Tiger too. I mean, you see 4 players on 1,000 or less, and NCL going to be sitting on 5,400, but that's going to change once he buys up. And now maybe this is the moment Divine Vendetta needed to get back into it, right? We think back to Overpass. They were up 7-1. And then Tiger finally got another one. They got a second round, and from there on, they took themselves 5 straight. Toasty McToaster, I like it. 87 fire damage. I like this. I like whoever's coming up with these names. You know, deserve a raise. Much better than Dinko with his. Well, he didn't even give a name.
Yeah, exactly. I think your job's not under threat. We'll put it that way. Dinko's not going to be taking it. And I want to see more from Divine Vendetta. I really want to see them showing up, showing us what they're capable of. You know, we've seen so many cracks in Tiger, but it feels like this map more so than the previous. They're given all these opportunities to show up as individuals. What's this push out to the A site? What's happening here? Already inside the smoke. Eventually the flashes come over. Ezram falls. 1-for-1 trades. They haven't spotted NCL above on the roof. He's going to be good for a double spray down. Looking for a third and connecting. 7-2. And what was that? Divine Vendetta just losing all direction. Or rather, they forgot any other directions existed and just rushed out onto A. That was aggressive, pointed, and very unnecessary.
I thought it was going to be 400 IQ, though, when they came out of the squeaky. I mean, you saw Aircraft spray initially onto the player. Doesn't even realize he's hitting him. I thought, oh, this is nice. But NCL, he's like, well, you know what, Jason? Hold my rifle. This is going to be even nicer as he gets a quick 3K on top of Hut. That's unfortunate for Divine Vendetta because they could have broke the economy out of Tiger, and now they're the ones who are broke. NCL gets a quick double, continuing from the last round. 5 kills, just like that. And this is looking like an 8th round. This is looking like the first half done here. Well, at least the first half victory for Tiger. I mean, at least this time they're reading the aggression a lot better against Divine Vendetta.
I'll give you that. 6 rounds is what we're looking for DV. If they can get there, it's not the end of the road really, but Tiger are looking like a much more formidable beast. And again, coming back to the point I was making yesterday, we got very, or maybe it was earlier today. I think it was earlier today, about the home and away, right?
That was yesterday.
I feel like, was it?
No, it's today. I just want to see if you believe
God
me.
damn it, Jason. I know it's on train. Yeah, I feel like in Counter-Strike, you know, it's a weird situation where most teams, I think once you hit a certain level, a lot of teams will lose their own pick and win their opponents. Like, it's almost as frequent as winning their own. Because within certain, not at the top level, but I'm talking like top 15 through 30 teams, I feel like they don't have specialist maps. They just know how to play them. Like, they know their strats, they know their setups, they know their lineups, and they go and they do it, and they see how it works out. But obviously when you get to the top level, like, you're not going to play an Astralis on Nuke, and North on Vertigo even. I know that's not quite top level, but just don't play North on Vertigo, Singularity.
He said top level, and then he said North, so I instantly got confused.
North.
I feel bad for the North guys. It's like, if you ever join that roster, you just know you're going to get so much hate.
Oh, yeah. And you're going to be the reason the roster's bad. No matter who joins, they're going to be the reason the roster's bad. Until the next guy joins, and then they're the reason the roster's bad.
And that's if you survive long enough for someone else to join that's not you being kicked.
I mean, there's a point where myself and Dinko were looking at the North Academy team, the old North Academy, and like the players they had. And it was genuinely a case that had they have just made the main team out of their academy players over the months, they would have a better team. Like, it was a very weird position where you were like, oh yeah, North Academy would definitely beat North. I can't even remember who was on it. It was over a period of time, you could have made a sick 5-man out of it.
Again, aggression. Look at this, Tyke. Kind of wondering where anyone is to defend the site. I was like, I expect him directly below him, and they've been able to trade fairly well considering what they had invested. 3-on-2. Dobu, is he expect the player from Maiden? Well, it doesn't matter if he expects him, he still gets the kill. Now Dav alone. 1-on-3, at least Dobu's going to be low. If the smoke comes through, he tries to spam away, expecting the player to go in the corner. And that's going to be a 10th round now for Tiger. I think we're going to a third map at this rate. I mean, I think that's not too far-fetched to say. I don't know if Divine Vendetta's CT side's going to be that strong. And with Inferno as a third map, who knows? Yeah, Pokemon on 4 kills. He dropped 30 on an overpass, didn't he?
29 in the end, I think. He never made that 30th.
We can
What
give
a
it to
noob.
him.
How can you get 30 kills? Come on. But now, oh! 9 through the smoke just as it bloomed. Good timing on that. Don't know if you maybe saw the barrel of the gun just before it did come up. There's the shot again from 9. He keeps on going. They're challenging. They really want to get this control, but oh, they're being punished for it. He goes down eventually, but not before he's done a good 250 damage. More, even. Divine Vendetta in a lot of trouble. Dobu not spotted here by Ezra, but the steps are being heard. That's a free kill. And okay. Back to a 3-on-3. Now they've only got the HP disadvantage. I mean, Davdov should be taken down very quickly in any fight. And you can see they're slowing the pace. But who's not slowing the pace is NCL. He's pushing up through Secret to join Urcast and hopefully take a fight. Now stepping very actively, moving in towards the vents. And this whole time, when they're hearing those steps, they don't know Urcast is still there. Thing is, Urcast might just get a sneaky play made on him. Davdov, who's so low on HP that he doesn't want to take a fight, is tucked in the garage. And because of that, he gets a free kill.
I would have missed that. 100%.
I don't doubt that.
Hey, you would have too, probably.
I never said I wouldn't.
We're down to the 2-on-2 now. Again, you said Davdov low, 30 HP. The ball gets caught rotating. Well done by Ezra just to kind of wait things out. That's a second kill of the round, and now it could be an ace between the two players. NCL left alone with 2 to find. He's got the kid. He's got a nade. He doesn't have the information necessarily where they're going to be. He has an inkling. Ezra's still going to be over towards ramp, and that's the first to fall. Yeah, he can't pull off the defuse. Nade comes in. So does a bolt to the head. Divine Vendetta will get a third.
Well, they need these final 2 rounds, really. And the problem is they haven't made it easy for themselves. They've allowed Tiger... Not only do they obviously need to find the 2 in a row, but they've allowed Tiger to build up a little bit of cash to the point that they're comfortable enough buying. And all these, see, this is the thing. They played the round slowly and it worked out. And I want to see a little bit more of that. These faster paced, I mean, they won a round, then immediately rushed the A site. That's not the kind of play that you can repeatedly work out, that you can show your proficiency of the map on. I also feel like they've been so focused on outside and never really getting a whole lot for it. I mean, at most they've managed to get a player down towards secret, and even then, that's been the end of the impact, really. With the occasional push down towards hell. But they don't seem to come at this map from a very, I don't know, straightforward perspective. It's rare we see ramp control or slow A. We don't see the door being blown open to allow an all to hold it or anything like that.
And tight again. Rushes in towards the upper bomb site. We saw this how many times now? And hey, it's working out this time. Dobu's gonna fall. Nine's not gonna be up there opping. Pokemon gets a second? I mean, Nine and Vendetta trying to fight for their 5th round in the half. Nine will come up. Pokemon, I think, is going to be Molotov'd off. Going to hold the angle while he burns up, and he does escape. Flashbang to come through. 3-on-5 retake now coming in. You see even a flash coming to Cabal. He switches over to the M4. Falls directly onto the head. A Tyke switches to the AK now, so he doesn't run out of ammo. And Cabal's able to get one. Smoke goes down. Time's ticking. 10 seconds left on the clock. They get another kill. This is onto the hut. And now he's going to have to stick the bomb. Flashbang comes through and Cabal! Oh, he saves his team. It doesn't matter. Ezreal, though, comes in with the kill through the smoke, and that's going to do it. 4 rounds on the board. Ezreal gets the final kill. That was way too close, but honestly, what a team play there. Cabal, the Overwatch god there, protecting his diffuser.
There's Jason, back to talking about Overwatch. Name a more iconic duo. Yeah, no, that was a really wild round. I want to see this from Pokemon. That was through the smoke. That's nasty. Down on his head, easy kill. Looks for a second. He'll get it in a minute. But this was really nice. Look at the push out. A player comes out to stop the bomb defusal. Great shot by Cabal. If he misses that, the round's over. And then it came down to spamming the smoke, which is always unfortunate when the RNG gets involved. A Mag 7, the one that grabs a very important kill in this for Cabal. I didn't even get time to process what was happening there, Jason. I'll be honest. We came out of that replay and it was like everyone was just being shot by Mag 7s. People were dying everywhere and the round was over. What the hell just happened to Divine Vendetta? Why do they feel the need to play these super fast rounds? I don't get it. You know, they play it slow. They slow down the pace. They use the map. They start to figure out Tiger, take picks, take these systematic fights, and then come into the next round. Hey, it's Rocher. But that works.
I felt like that was like Tiger rushing though, more so. I mean, I did understand that they kind of like wrapped around main and they started to make their way out, but like Tiger met the aggression. They're like, all right, well, you guys are getting aggressive and pushing all the time. Why don't we just do it once and catch you off guard? And I feel like that's kind of what they did there, especially the Mac 10 push straight up ramp. We already talked before about, you know, straightforward thinking or, you know, a lack of straightforward thinking out of Tiger. They hardly ever went for ramp control and they were getting punished, at least in the last round alone. And now, speaking of ramp control, Tiger are straight down here to the lower bomb site.
And basically what you were saying in the previous round, aggression meeting aggression was goats v goats, right? Locking horns. Button heads. And T-side down by 1 man. Swinging around with the USPs, and this should be easy for Divine Vendetta, surely. I could see that spiraling out of control just based on what's been happening. But yeah, we're all good. Divine Vendetta pick up their 5th, the pistol round under their belt. And now they just need to bring it a whole lot further because, I mean, they're massively behind in this map. A 3rd map is very, very likely. And let's just hope that they can at least win this round. They allowed a bomb plant. And that's a flaw. We've talked about this many times in this tournament. If you allow that bomb plant to go through and still win the round, you don't have an advantage in the next. You really don't. If anything, you're at a disadvantage because they're going to have AKs. They're going to have Galils. They're going to have utility. Although Divine Vendetta do manage to pull out, well, they've got an AUG, they've got an M4 as well. They've only gone for 1 SMG. I really like that buy compared to what Tiger have been showing us. They still have to face those rifles.
I do like the buy up straight though to the AUG to kind of combat with the AK. I mean, obviously it's going to be still tough in the end, but it gives them that slight edge. You know, compared to FAMAS, compared to an M4, or the range he's going to be playing at. And you see it's basically stopped them in their tracks. They're trying to be careful of no one pushing up towards Secret. As we can see, no one's really getting cheeky on Divine Vendetta's side. Not like we saw Tiger do. There's no air cast to play around to smoke. Still a minute of time left to go, and the utility that they had, it's worn thin. They have an incendiary to maybe throw it towards Davdov. No, instead, gonna go over to the blue container. And now they have one flash left to hit upper or to hit lower. This is not looking good at all, Mitch. They got no utility to support a push in any direction.
And they can rely on some of these duels at least being favored towards them when it comes to range. I mean, they've got the AK, they've got the Galils. Up against the likes of Havoc, that's going to be nice and easy, and they look to Ramp to challenge him. Coming on out to find this first player. Pokemon survives for way too long. The Molly's going to keep them back long enough at least that the support comes through, but that's a low HP Davdov. He can't afford to fight. Tries to pre-aim them, or pre-fire them as they jump on down. Can't do it. 12 seconds, 10 on the clock. Cabal's moving up. He's going to watch the double doors. Oh, but he turns his back. If he checked it, that could have been their round. Ezram shuts it down. Plague was even looking for the second player, and then they realize, oh, they're already dead.
But they still got the bomb down at least, right? They can still force in this round again. And Divine Vendetta have already been hit a little bit economically, though they still have 3 players surviving.
Considering where they started, getting the bomb down is pretty good. You know, they had to fight for the round control every step of the way. I think there is a world where both of those players die before the bomb goes down easily. If Ezram is a second earlier getting that kill on the player in secret, so if he was a little bit faster, if the player went to plant a little bit deeper, or took a second longer coming down ramp, I mean, so much could have went wrong there that they don't get that. So I think they have to be happy with what they've achieved. It's 11-6, likely 11-7, so a chance for Divine Vendetta.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Remember, Mitch.
It's pistols, yeah. There's a slightly above average chance that Divine Vendetta win this round.
Slightly?
There's no chance they win this round. They're against pistols. But no, for Tiger, you know, this is a round where you realistically look to find 2 to 3 kills. You already see that Divine Vendetta have low money. If they can just manage to force that through, 3 kills, and there's going to be weaker weapons. Look at this, through the smoke. An immediate kill. Tyke good for 2, and then he falls. 1 more kill here. It's all they need, and they've managed to achieve that. Now a 2v2 with weapons picked up. Urkast has an AK and armor. I would not count him out of this fight, but, well, when he gets shot in the chest 3 times, I would. Still, they did exactly what I wanted of them. 3 kills. They're over the moon.
Didn't know Elon Musk supports Tiger as a sponsor. I know, pretty bad joke. Now I hear it after what you know Bless said, and it makes sense. So I'm gonna stop making jokes. Unless it's at the expense of you, then I will do them.
Oh, never mind. The other ones are good. Haha, Elon Musk, I get it. I only just got it now. That was great. You should do more jokes like that.
Pokemon's pushed up very... Oh, no. There's no one to watch from the backside. Ball has no idea. He falls. That's 2 quick kills. Davdov will be traded out on, however. They've lost control of ramp. So man advantage to the CT side at least. They have been pummeled in these last few rounds. Edgerum again. A little kill out of him. He's up to 10. Or that's Pokemon. That's actually up to 10. Having a rough time since his 29 kills that he had on Overpass. They actually do deflect them up towards the upper bomb site. Oh no. Oh. Dobo almost died falling there too. Little squeaky bum moment.
That would not have been nice, would it?
No.
I'm gonna go plant the button. Never mind. I'm dead. But yeah, he's alive. He's got a nice little position as well, even with his low health. They're going to look to seize into heaven. I like that approach, really. Just every time I get scared. And lucky he dropped as well. That nade was right on him, just like the second one that came through. Unlucky 9. You just can't do a thing about those kind of situations, can you? It's like in a movie, you know, when they jump out of the building as it explodes. I feel like that's what just happened to him, but then immediately he got hit by a plane.
Where did the plane come into... Wait, why would there ever be a plane flying that low? How tall is this building?
Very tall. It's one of the Dubai buildings.
Burj Khalifa?
That one.
I've been up that. It's pretty freaking tall.
I have not.
I got very
Did you go
dizzy
to the
looking
toilet?
straight up. Did I go to the toilet there?
Like there's a toilet. I think it's in that building. That it's just like a just glass in front of it, so you can like you sit in the toilet, you see the whole thing.
I guarantee there's some pervert out there that has like a telescope tread straight onto that.
I imagine they've got one-way glass. I would be very surprised if they've just went stick a play. Actually, dude, I'll send you a picture after this.
Wait, I don't like where this is going. You on the toilet?
I was in the toilet yesterday. I'll send you a picture. And in Switzerland, we went to a bar which was on like the 31st or 51st. I can't remember. It was up really, really high, and it was the tallest like cocktail bar in Switzerland. It was a beautiful place. Club Rouge, I think it's called, in Basel. And we were up there. I went to the toilet, and both the urinals and the toilet are just facing out a normal window. Because when we went down below and we were walking home, I turned around and I was like, that's the toilet. Like, because the thing was, all the other rooms were dark, and the rooms with the bar are one-way glass. But the toilet's red and has like white lights in it. And you could, it was the only one, if you looked at the building, it was the only floor you could see lit up was the toilet. So it's like you're perfectly illuminated for everybody.
I guess the Swiss like to watch.
I guess so.
Oh,
if you're
Swiss
ever in
watches,
Basel,
I get it.
Hey, there we go. If you're ever in Basel, just have a look for the big building with the red room. That's a toilet. Maybe don't look too closely. You'll get arrested.
Did see aggressive play right off the bat towards outside, but Tiger very careful about it. They don't actually peek into it this time. They do have the man advantage by 1. So the HP not looking too good. And they're just kind of holding him. They got 25 seconds left. They're gonna have to pick up the pace and hit a site ASAP. And I think David, I think he spots them. Transition towards Secret. This should be at least 1 kill for him. He needs to hit the shot. He needs to delay as long as he can. And there it is. The bomb goes down. And the second! The ball's on this man. Now he's left alone. If he just stays alive, he wins the round. They're both upper. Run.
What an absolutely massive play. He's tucked in the corner. They're on their way right above him. And there we go. 1 on the time. Missed the shot. Looks like he's dead, but it doesn't matter. The deed is done. The 9th round secured for Divine Vendetta, and Davdov with one of the biggest plays he's made so far in this tournament. Now 2 between them, and the comeback is certainly on. Tiger yet to really figure out this CT side. Or maybe that's not fair. I think they did a decent job, but what do you do against this? 1 shot, the spacing was good, the shot missed, and that was it.
Well, Mitch, I think we're still in the preheating phase.
Exactly. Can't put the pizza in just yet.
You know you want to, but wait a little bit longer. It'll come out extra crispy, extra nice.
If you're getting very impatient, just take a bite of the frozen one.
You can heat it up in your mouth.
Exactly.
Just the force up here. I mean, it did save 2 weapons from the round before.
What's the name?
But they just get completely swarmed. 5 on 3 now, and I mean, I didn't think Divine Vendetta would come back from this. It was 11-4. They're about to make it 11-10. They want that 2-0. They want that extra victory. Nobu on the Scout, Cabal on the Deagle. Not even near each other. The bomb's down. I don't know what damage you can hope to accomplish here.
I mean, this is the Divine Vendetta that found 9 rounds T-side against Invictus on this very map. It was one of our first games we covered. And then here we are. They got 4 T-side against Tiger. At that point, I was with you. You know, I'm happy to say that we're going to a 3rd map. And then all of a sudden, they come through this convincing early half performance. And you do have to remember, it is still early days. We extend to Tiger the same courtesy we did to Divine Vendetta, and that it is just a 5-0 half. That's not unheard of. And the fact that the previous round came so close and relied on an individual performance, you know, that is a good sign for Tiger to be able to connect these rounds after this one. Now's their chance. But if it doesn't go their way this time, then things do get a little bit spicy. I think it's difficult to really favor Tiger if they lose this.
Well, it's not even been like Divine Vendetta have had super clean rounds. Like there's been very few, if any at all, where they had all 5 remaining, right? So in the round before this, Davdov dies after time. but he still wins the round. This round, they still lose out in 2 players. So we're seeing Tiger still be able to contest, still be able to battle out, but they're just missing that little bit of an extra to close the rounds out. You're going to be on a massive lack of utility. Aircast and 9 both with, well, at least between the two, just a smoke now. I'd almost want to see them pick up the pace. I mean, we're not seeing like really any early Molotovs come in on the CT side to delay any pushes. We're seeing the smokes, yes, but that's pretty standard. But I was expecting more Molotovs to maybe take advantage of this. Maybe go for the vent dive. You already talked about before. We're not seeing anyone really nade down the door and go for an op peek through it. I'm not gonna see it this round because we don't have an op, but the kind of standard strategies we've been seeing the last few days hasn't been used.
Yeah, that was just the odd thing for me, just seeing Divine Vendetta have such a one-dimensional approach to the T side. I think Tiger are already showing us a much more varied T side than what we saw from Divine Vendetta. They're slowing down the pace, looking for some stable ramp control. It's going to be a relatively solid push towards it. Urcast has been lit to 4 HP. Dobu on 12. They fall back, concede ramp, and that's fine with the damage that they've done. Backing off now, looking for A, but Ezram, some really nicely timed aggression, pushing in towards the hut. He needed to regain the map control because they lost up Urcast. His head was just spotted. There's a player up there, though, and 9 sees him first. That saves Urcast, leaves him alive for a bit longer. And in a 3v4, do they go for this? I think they've got to try to find a kill, but with no heaven control, that's a big problem. That's why Pokemon's on his way on up there.
No one's even watching main, though. If Havoc walked in, that would have been Aircast dead, most likely. But he had no teammates there to support anyways. They will go for the save. And finally, Tiger, they get their first round of the half on the T side. Still super close. You know, you imagine Aircast falls. I swear Edgram saw the person on top of the silo inside sight. But he like didn't go for the shot or something. Havoc are trying to make it expensive. He hits the first and the second. Aircast dies to the bomb and only 9 to survive. Really not that bad. They're going to force the buy-up. And you can see, I mean, Aircast on 3,500. And if Divine Vendetta can take this round, they could see themselves on 12.
Yeah, we said we needed to see Tiger win, and although they did, you know, that was very close to flipping the other way. I think we're still in contention. We're still in that point where we need to see someone pull ahead. We're looking for that sign that says we are the team that's going to be taking this one. So far, it hasn't been erected. I mean that I've had to pull out the weaker weapons there. Look at Ezram on the UMP. That's a pretty significant disadvantage, but he's playing close hut, so I guess it's not the worst to have. Average HP left at the end of the round there is quite low, and speaks to the scrappy nature of the game so far. As we move in, you see the AK, you see the utility, and early on smokes on their way to outside. From the CT side, they're looking to get aggressive up towards red. Pokemon taking a risk. This is the round to make it happen. He's got a nade right up above. That's in the face of Cabal. It's great damage. That's not the kind of place you expect to be naded, really, Jason, is it?
No, not at all. I bet it wouldn't happen again. Ooh, smoke comes. They actually push through it. They're into Squeaky. They're into lobby. Divine Vendetta taking the fight to Tiger, and this is the aggression we saw on the T side. They're definitely not afraid of it at all. Still have Aircast back in spawn, watching for even more aggression if it comes through. The smokes come over. Get the cross in towards Secret. You can see the CT's already moving as quick as possible to stop the push down. You got Havoc ready, Davdov ready. Except that smoke has maybe delayed the push, but they go through the smoke and they fall one by one. Davdov, Tyke, two-man squad, get themselves a 5-on-2 advantage. And there's no money left for Tiger.
This is the problem. They've eroded away their loss bonus a little bit as well, so they're not going to get the 3,400. Ezram, he's being flanked out. Doesn't realize it. That's a free kill. Okay, 2v4. Low HP on Davdov. It's workable, but Pokemon shuts down Urcast. Taste of his own medicine there. Avenging And there's Ram, who had been flanked out outside. And that was only the UMP lost, right? All the rifles are still in play. Cabal baited out by the vent play. They realized exactly where he was. So Pokemon was trained on that angle, ready to go. 12-11. Tiger, as you can see, not looking all too healthy. They're back up to full loss bonus after that round. But they didn't have enough money built up that they can, even with what they got, the 2,900, they can't afford to invest. This will be a nice light buy. Pistols, armor. And I think Divine Vendetta have to have a read on that, right? If they don't, time to pause and just get the calculators out.
I think there actually was a pause coming through there, so maybe taking some time to think. I'm really hoping for their sake we're going to see a ton of incendiaries thrown off the bat. We haven't seen Tiger really rush. I don't think it's single time, or am I forgetting? Because we obviously had a lot of games these last 2 weeks. I haven't seen them rush here.
Nothing that stands out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least in this half.
This is a...
Get aggressive.
Yeah, we're going for an A rush straight off the bat. Smoke in play for Urcast. He's going to look to lob this down and stop that Molotov. Oh, no, he's not, in fact. This is going straight out to main. And they're in a position where they can realistically get this site, overrun it. The mollies had already faded. Ezram, good for a double up above. Pokemon's got to be careful out in the open. Only lost one player. They don't want to lose any more, but Havoc, unfortunately, has to fall. He was pushing up behind from ramp, getting a little bit greedy for the kill, and that is a mistake. Urcast now has an AK-47, and his chances of winning the round have just tripled to 9%. He's probably not winning this, but still, especially with 46 HP. But I do feel like that's one of those plays that, I would make. You get aggressive, like you hear all the action on A, you're like, oh, I'll flank. But as soon as your teammates clean up all those kills, I think it's just time to fall back. You got to make that reactive play and go, okay, it's a 4v1. I don't need to be exposing myself to a 1v1 angle. And it's even worse, actually, when you think about it. If the rest of the team has rushed, especially when utility came in from roof, that other player is probably in team main, possibly just waiting for you to push. So you're running right into their open arms. Also, a problem here, Urcast somehow is the last man out. We saw him playing at the door at Squeaky. And if you recall, there was a player on the roof, as I said, on T main. On T roof. He managed to push down the ladder and into main and out to site before Urcast even was anywhere near the site, which is very odd. I don't know what happened there.
I mean, he was smoked off, so I guess he was just afraid to push through. But yeah, it's a good point. I don't know if it would have changed how the round would have gone, to be honest, because we had a big stack towards Heaven come through. Aircast's gonna get the first. I actually don't know where that was. Takes on Ezram, and now at the man advantage. Tiger trying to get up to 13 here again. They're trying to take this over to a third map. That would be on Inferno. Divine Vendetta, they're grouping up for a hut push. Look at this. They want the aggression. They want to catch him off guard, and they might be able to. Dobu's just waiting for the peak to come through, and they walk straight into it. The spray comes in. He does some decent damage, and they continue to go. They finally catch him on the reload. They get themselves the 2 kills, put it into a 3-on-3. The aggression, maybe not necessarily the right play, but it works.
What are you doing? What? As if he owned the map, like. He's just going up with his knife out, not a care in the world. What did he think was happening? And there must have been some sort of call, like, I hear noise in secret or something. That's wild. Blatant miscommunication. Either that or Tyke just forgot that there were other players alive. So I'm going to go with the first option. Moving to the B site. Smoke off for single door. They have smokes. They have mollies. They can take care of double, but it looks like they're just going to rush on in. Oh, a little sneaky angle by Havoc. He's clear. He opens it back up. Gets the bomb planter. Not the follow-up. The bomb's already been planted. That should be it. Should be a save. Davdog's got 13 health. Yeah, it's a 1v2. It's winnable, but with this HP, with the money that they've got, please, Davdov. What are you doing? Okay. He's going to go for it. Let's see how this works out.
Got a flash. He's got a kit. Got very little ammo left in his gun, though. 5 bullets. Okay, now he goes for the save. Surely. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Oh my god. My heart. So many emotions. Is he going? Is he not going? Tiger will take the round and go up to 13. Oh, man. That was so close. Was that Havoc that was in the door?
I'm not sure.
Because he had a potential, because he gets the planter, but after the bomb was already planted. But he had the second player. If he could just adjust, oh wow, that was the shot through Squeaky. If he just adjusts his aim there a little bit, then he potentially was going to be able to pull that off and get a spray onto 2. And he goes for the big green.
Keeping it nice and close till the bitter end, Jason.
Yeah.
13 to 12. These guys don't even know what a one-sided map is. They don't believe in it. It doesn't exist in their book. They know what a one-sided half is. We've seen plenty of those. But the map? No, no, no. Here we go.
I mean, I'd rather have a close game than stomps, to be honest. It's just my heart breaks every once in a while because of some of the plays we've seen. Maybe some mistakes. Again, like Tyke, the push in towards T-Roof. Speaking of pushing, they're going to push ramp. NCL's just waiting. He's on the other side of the smoke, and Ezra gets the kill. But can he get away? You can see him just jumping, hoping bullets are going to miss, and he does back off, and it actually allows Havoc to get one himself because they don't expect a second player to be there, but he gets picked off. At least keeping the advantage, and now, well, even with the man advantage, Navdov wants to push up.
It really doesn't feel necessary. You know, when you look at a situation where you've got a 4v3 especially, normally you won't see teams trying to get aggressive, but the thing is, Davdov has the AWP. His teammates have weaker weapons. Oh, that's the bomb drop. That is huge. Those players in towards radio are going to have to push back to him. The flank being watched, Cabal's gone, and now it's only on 9. It's been spotted out by the AWP, and it's just a... Well, he's hit the shot, but it was a big bait, really, so that Tyke could shut them down. So the thing is, right, normally you want to play the 4v3 quite passive and allow the Ts to push into you. You can have fast rotates down vent to hold down B if you lose ramp control. You can end up in like a 2-2 setup if you do lose ramp, because you have to cover heaven with 2 on side and then go for 2 down below. Thing is, when you look at the weapons that they had, you get a FAMAS, you've got an MP9. You don't really want to be spreading out that thinly and potentially taking a 2v2 with like an M4 and an MP9. Okay, they'll probably take down both of you. You maybe get one along the way, but then it's a difficult enough retake and it's a winnable situation. Ooh. So I don't mind the aggression. That's a great nade, great spam as well. Go for it, click it, Havoc, do it. Still, fantastic stuff. They can't push through this molly. They can't even think about it. They're going in towards heaven. Drop down from the MAC-10. 4 players on their way. The op left side, they have no idea about the M4. They're going to run into this. They think they can just rush down the AWP. They decide to slow the play, perhaps realizing that they're not in for as easy a time as they would have once thought. The advantage is firmly in the CT's court.
They're just holding ramp. They're expecting Divine Vendetta to get aggressive, and it's not necessarily a bad move because we've seen them do that before many times. But with also all the players grouped up in a ramp, they have no information on the map. Could there be someone behind them? Could there be someone coming from the CT side? How many players are going to be towards lower? Now they have to take the time to re-clear back into their own lobby. NCL, the one with the low HP, he's going to be the one to charge forward. Tyke with a very forward smoke. Nade as well, not going to connect, but they have 2 smokes, 2 mollies for them. So they're going to commit down towards lower. Davdov hits another shot. Havoc's there to get a quick double. And this should be 14 on the board now for Divine Vendetta. The money for Tiger, they're still going to be able to force up. But this could be it. Divine Vendetta, can they do this? Can they pull off a 2-0 against Tiger, the winner of the Road to Rio RMR event? You know, I think you even said, Mitch, your heart is going for Divine Vendetta, but your brain has to go for Tiger. And there's no reason in recent history to ever vote against Tiger winning. But Divine Vendetta are trying to get out of, I think they're in 8th place actually, if I saw the standings correctly at the moment, because they obviously have less games played than most teams.
Did you say that there's no reason to vote against Divine Tiger?
Yeah.
They lost to Bren. That's a pretty glaring reason. Other than that, I get what you mean, absolutely. They won the last RMR event. What is this? Oh my god, they're being massacred. Absolutely massacred. They must make some really nice rugs out of them, because that was ruthless. My God. I mean, I was only messing around there because I thought we'd see a little bit of a slower paced round. And Jason, something you said earlier was that, you know, Tiger, they didn't really go in for these fast paced ones, right? That's probably why. And we've seen
Yeah.
from both teams now that it's just not a good idea.
Oh, the scrappy bot. Tiger going into potentially their final round here of the match. Avdov, oh, he's got to be careful. Flash comes in, they get the smokes across, they take a bit of damage from the fire. Was that aggression towards ramp? I think that was Ezram going for the push, but I think Aircast is going to be waiting for that aggression to meet it. Yeah, he is. There's going to be no one there, so he actually can flank in from behind. I like this play. If they're not careful, Aircast could open this entire site, but they're going to go straight up in towards the upper bomb site. Pokemon's kill. They're just here waiting. They're not going to expect it. NCL is going to fall tight. Comes up big when they need it. 5-on-3 now. Oh, he even reads it. Tyke. He made up first play earlier on. Pokemon comes in, and that's going to do it. 16-13. Divine Vendetta. They only had 4 rounds on the T side, but they close it out CT.
Well, Jason, I have to say that was not the number